Take everything you know about size. Every mountain, every ocean, every continent on this planet. Stack them together, and you have something roughly the size of Earth. Now take Earth and line up 1,000 of them, and you have something roughly the size of Jupiter. Take Jupiter and do it again, and you approach the size of our Sun. Our Sun is so large that 1.3 million Earths could fit inside it. That number sounds impossible, and yet our Sun is an average star, a forgettable, middle-aged yellow dwarf floating unremarkably in the outer arm of a galaxy containing 400 billion others like it. Now forget all of that, because there is an object 10.4 billion light-years from where you're sitting, whose gravitational pull is so incomprehensibly violent that it could erase our entire solar system. Every planet, every moon, every comet, every asteroid, every trace that we ever existed, without pausing, without effort, without even registering the loss. Its name is Tan 618. And it is the most feared black hole we have ever found. Tan 618 sits in the constellation Canes Venataci, the hunting dogs, a region of the sky that looks, to the naked eye, like empty darkness between Ursa Major and Bootes. It is not empty. What hides there is classified as an ultramassive black hole, not supermassive, a word we already use for the giants lurking at the centers of most galaxies. Ultramassive. Scientists had to invent a new word because the old one was no longer large enough. At the center of our own galaxy, the Milky Way, sleeps a black hole called Sagittarius A. We have photographed its shadow. We know its size. It contains the mass of 4 million suns, a number so large that no human brain can genuinely grasp it. Tan 16 contains the mass of 66 billion suns. Let that breathe for a moment. If Sagittarius A is a city, Tan 618 is the entire planet. If Sagittarius A is an ocean, Tan 618 is all the water on Earth combined, and the oceans on every other world we've ever found. That is the distance between them on the scale of mass. Its event horizon, the boundary beyond which nothing, not even light, can return, stretches approximately 390 billion kilometers across. For context, the distance from our Sun to Pluto is roughly 5.9 billion kilometers. The event horizon of Tan 618 is 66 times wider than our entire solar system. You could drop our solar system inside it. It would disappear. It would not touch the edges. We didn't find Tan 618 by looking for monsters. We found it because of light. In the 1950s and 60s, astronomers began detecting radio signals coming from sources that looked, at first, like faint stars. But when they measured the distances to these objects, using the redshift of their light, they realized the truth. These were not stars. They were quasars. A quasar is what happens when a supermassive black hole is actively feeding. Gas, dust, entire stars, pulled in at catastrophic speed, form a swirling disk of superheated matter around the black hole. Friction builds. Temperatures reach billions of degrees. The result is a beacon of light so violent it can outshine an entire galaxy of 400 billion stars. Not a star, not a galaxy. One object, burning brighter than everything else combined. Tan 618 was catalogued in 1957 as part of a survey of faint blue objects in the sky. For years, it was just a number in a list, a forgettable dot. It wasn't until 1970 that it was confirmed as a quasar, and not until 2004 that we began to truly understand what was hiding at its center. When the measurements came back, the scientific community went quiet. The black hole at the heart of Ton 618 was radiating with the energy of 140 trillion suns, not 140 billion. Trillion, a number so large that our telescopes couldn't see the galaxy surrounding it. The quasar's light drowned out every single star in its host galaxy, billions of them, as if they simply did not exist. If that scale makes your mind go still for a moment, you're in the right place. Subscribe and come with us every week. We go deeper. Here is where it gets genuinely disturbing. The light we see from TON 618 is not recent light. Because the universe is so vast, looking into deep space is also looking back in time. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second, the fastest speed that physics allows. But even at that speed, crossing 10.4 billion light years takes 10.4 billion years. We are not seeing TON 618 as it is today. We are seeing it as it was when the universe was barely 3 billion years old. The universe is currently 13.8 billion years old. When the light we observe from TON 618 began its journey toward us, the cosmos was still in its infancy. The first galaxies were still assembling themselves from ancient clouds of gas and dark matter. Stars were young, everything was young. And yet, TON 618 already existed, already fed, already contained 66 billion solar masses. This is what terrifies astrophysicists. According to the standard models of cosmology, black holes grow slowly. They begin from the collapsed cores of massive stars. They feed over billions of years, pulling in nearby gas and dust, occasionally merging with other black holes, accumulating mass across vast stretches of cosmic time. There was not enough time for TON 618 to grow that large. The math does not allow it. The timeline does not permit it. And yet there it sits, 10.4 billion light years away, impossibly massive, defying every model we have built to describe the early universe. The leading theories are unsettling. Some cosmologists propose that TON 618 formed not from a stellar collapse, but from the direct collapse of a primordial gas cloud. An event that has never been observed and that our current physics can barely describe. Others suggest it fed at rates far exceeding what we believe is physically possible, consuming matter faster than radiation pressure of its own accretion. Disk should allow. Neither explanation is fully satisfying. Neither explanation is proven. TON 618 remains one of the deepest unresolved mysteries in all of modern science. And then there is the final question, the one that sits in silence at the back of every conversation about this object. We are seeing TON 618 as it was 10.4 billion years ago. It has had 10.4 billion years since then to continue feeding in the dark. The galaxy surrounding it has continued to fall inward. Stars that were young when that ancient light began its journey have since lived and died and collapsed into new food for the beast at the center. What we see is a ghost, a 10 billion year old photograph of something that has been growing, undisturbed and unobserved for longer than the Earth has existed. We have no way of knowing what it looks like today. No telescope we possess or could build in any foreseeable future will show us TON 618 as it is in this moment. The distance is too vast, the light too old. Whatever TON 618 has become, whatever it is right now, in this second, as you read these words, is information that will not reach us for billions of years. It is out there, growing, in silence. Tell me in the comments, Does knowing that Ton 618 exists make the universe feel larger to go, or does it make it feel more dangerous? I read every single response, because here is the thought that stays with me. We are so accustomed to thinking of ourselves as observers, as beings who stand outside the universe and study it safely from a distance. We built telescopes, we launched probes, we photographed the shadows of black holes 55 million light years away and call it understanding. But Ton 618 reminds us of something we quietly prefer to forget. We are not outside the universe, watching it. We are inside it, small, temporary, on a pale blue grain of dust, orbiting a forgettable star in the outer edge of one galaxy among 2 trillion. All of them drifting through a cosmos that contains objects so violent, so vast, so indifferent to our existence that the total erasure of everything we have ever built or loved or known would not register as a ripple in the calculations. The gravity of Ton 618 does not know we exist, and somehow, that is the most honest thing the universe has ever told us. Keep looking up.